I'm on air. All right, thank you so much for staying with us, of course, right here on TV47. This is this Friday, and I'm so glad that you could join us tonight. Of course, we have a fantastic show that is ongoing. We now have, of course, Willice Ochieng, who's going to be joining us live and direct from Kisii County. But of course, like I mentioned, our guest tonight, Robert Burale, he's mentor, pastor. I mean, what else are you not?
Well, I'm just that guy.
You're just that guy.
Just
oh, dad, very important.
Yes, absolutely.
Dad.
Yes.
All right, so I'm sure you know Willice Ochieng, yeah?
Absolutely, one of our greatest speakers and linguists, you may call.
I know.
Yes.
Some flowers have been given to you tonight by Robert. I hope you've had that.
I always just do my best, Betty. You know, when it comes to doing things that can really benefit people or the masses, you have just to do it properly.
All right, Willice. Okay, so you'll indulge me as we do this, and then we get into our discussion. Right. All right, so Willice, I have a few words. I don't know if maybe Robert will have also a word or two.
I just want to learn today.
You just want to learn?
I want to learn, yes.
You want to learn?
Yes.
All right, so Willice, let's get straight to it and talk about you know, this, different words. So I'll start with mine, and then, of course, I'm going to go to the ones that our audience has selected for you to tackle tonight. Okay, so this first one is INVESTIGATE. Is there any other way to pronounce that? Because I see it's actually on my list. Did somebody ask about that particular word, Willice?
Betty, what happens with that word? In fact, first of all, it's a verb. Now, that verb has a problem for many people in terms of the stress point. Many people say investigate, investigate. Now, gate is not supposed to be stressed. Now, the stress is on the second syllable. After the sounding in, then you come with the stress, vest. Investigate, not investigate. Okay. Do you get the difference?
Yes, absolutely. I think I was wrong in how to pronounce that. Yeah? Actually, I like that you said you're here to learn. This is the first one. Okay, so it's not investigate. Yeah? Investigate. Is that so?
Yes, investigate.
Got you, Willie. Oh, that's a surprise. Okay, this other one, in Asumbwanga watu wengi, let me spell it out. Nonchalant. Kuna tunasema nonchalant. Najua, what is the correct pronunciation?
Betty, first and foremost, we should know that that is not a noun. There are people who call others a nonchalant. You can't use that in English, especially when you are using standard English. That is an adjective, and you say nonchalant. The stress is at the onset. That is the beginning of that word. Nonchalant. Not nonchalant, not non-what, and not none. None, no. None. Nonchalant.
Okay, that's another surprise. I actually thought it's nonchalant, so it's nonchalant. Okay, got it. Another one.
It happens, Betty.
I know, thank you. Okay, tonight I'm wrong on all the words. Yes. Okay, moving to this other one. Okay, this is also another one that many people, I think, have a problem with. Maestro. So is it maestro, like a, like a, what? Like a jazz maestro?
Betty, when we have a very great performer, especially of music and all that, you'd call that person a maestro, not maestro that we hear locally. But you know, the problem with pronunciations is most of us just use what we commonly hear around us, because in most education systems, Betty, you may agree with me that we handle grammar, vocabulary, spelling so nicely, but pronunciation is not given a lot of emphasis as should be done, because if you have good pronunciation, you'd really do well. Just like I would today surprise you. When you listen to yourself after, presenting news, you can hear the flow and the clarity of diction, the good pronunciations. Talk of Muyakane, talk of Nyaringita, talk of Alela, Sheila, or Ann, or Dida. You'd realize when you guys read news, almost everybody understands what you are saying because of the good pronunciations. Betty, that is the fact.
Thank you so much. Well, if anybody does, those are our colleagues, of course, here at TV47. Thank you for saying nice things and complimenting our good work.
You're welcome.
All right, Willice, let's get straight to the words. I saw that on X, there's so much interaction. Talk to us about some of those words. I know we can't cover everything, but we can definitely
throughout the week. They'll actually bear with us when we don't handle a word tonight. We'll do that exactly next week. Now, we have Waweru of Nakuru, Frank Kamau, and Kendi Hila of Nairobi. You say apple, not apple. An apple. Beverage, not beverage. Flour, maize flour, not maize flour. Flour is very common, Betty, but wrong.
Yeah.
Then the short form or the contraction of I am, you don't say am so and so. No. You say I'm so and so.
No
now
way.
We have obesity.
I'm.
Okay.
Betty, you don't say am. Am is that auxiliary verb am. I am sick. I am sick. But when you have this contraction, believe you me, and check it later, it's I'm so and so, not am so and so that we commonly, use confidently, but because we were never guided well in good time, Betty.
Okay, there you go. Thank you for the I'm.
Yes,
please.
I'm so and so. Now, you say also obesity, not obesity. Obesity. Now, lastly, you say scarce. Then we have Louis Salanga of Arusha, Tanzania. You talk of financial woes. Woes, not financial woos. Woos is from the word to woo. W-O-O. Woo, to woo somebody to another party. Such and such a party woos so and so. But for troubles, financial problems, you say financial woes. Now, Patricia Akinyo of Oyugis, you say lounge, not lounge. Betty, have you heard of lounge?
Every time. I probably say that once in a while when I'm tired.
Many people say lounge, but that is wrong. The A and U in that word is a digraph. A digraph, Betty, technically speaking or linguistically speaking, that is a combination of two letters representing one sound. And the A and U combine to form the long, low back sound O. So you say lounge.
Okay.
Lounge,
Yes.
not lounge. A staunch supporter, not a staunch. So we are learning. Maroa Mwita of Kehancha, Kuria, you say aisle, an aisle, not isle.
Yes.
Aisle, I-S-L-E. You also say aisle when you are talking about that gangway or that space or the row in a church and all that, the aisle. Now, Mage Josiah, Halifa Rashid, G.V. Onganya, Ruth Claire, Mike Ndenga, and Kevin Odero, I just have to give you a salute. Keep it up because it is this Friday with Betty every Friday night. And the segment is Which is Which. Now, let's get to this word, Betty. And this is where I may engage my good brother, Burale Robert.
Yes.
There is this word, a common word. Burale, what do you normally hear outside there, just outside there? What do you hear people saying with this word or for this word?
Kamadieri.
Kamadiere, a
Yes.
very common pronunciation. You are very, very right. That is what many people say, kamadiere.
Yes.
But please, you say camaraderie. Our dear viewers, this word is pronounced camaraderie. We are talking about mutual, the mutual. I have made a mistake there. Mutual, not mutual. A mutual trust or friendship or understanding among people who spend time together. You say camaraderie, like workers, camaraderie. The one that many people use outside there, they use it innocently, but it is inaccurate. We are learning. Then finally, Betty, from my side, we have this word, which is the surprise word for tonight. S-E-W, a very common word, but very much mispronounced locally. Now, many people say sew. Sew.
Yeah.
You don't say that. You say sew. So, to sew a cloth. Sew or a cloth. So, not sew, not sew. So, sew is the way to go for this word. You can see the phonetic transcription or the special way of writing the pronunciation down here. It is sew with a glide O.
That's
so.
a surprise.
Then, for those who want to send words in, I bet you have something there. I would give you the time to tell me something small first before I explain something also to those who are viewing or who are watching us.
No, definitely no, that's a surprise. We just say sew. We sew the clothes. But who makes sew?
That's a surprise. Many people talk of sew.
Yeah.
Sew, but it's sow, just like sow of planting.
Okay.
Now, such words which have different spellings and meanings, but are pronounced the same way, we call them homophones.
All right.
Homophones. Now, For those who want to send in words throughout the week, the way these ones which we have talked about today were sent, you can just use my X handle, and that is at Willice Ochieng 1. Otherwise, it's that time when I take you back to those wonderful people on the screen from Nairobi, and it is TV47. So, Betty and Burale Robert, back to you.
Well, thank you so much. Like you wanted to know, you wanted to
Absolutely.
learn today.
Yeah.
We've learned quite a bit. Not nonchalant, but nonchalant. All right. It's great to see you, Willis. Thank you so much, of course, for that session.